is up, folks? Jorge Anito here. Thanks for stopping by and welcome back. My friends, today we are checking out the Chateau Madison Advocates, the most recent offering from Sir Daniel Madison. He's been knighted by the Queen. I mean, probably not. It's just something I said. Gosh, weird little animal. This is just going to be a brief rundown of a deck review. But before we get into that, let me just go ahead and say thank you to everybody who's entered so far in the 600/700 giveaway. Had a really good response. I think there's 5 or 6 entries so far. Yeah, Peter Ford, Macaro, Card Match Tutorials, Magic by Juan. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyway, there's been quite a few. And some of those guys have multiple entries. 2 entries. A few of them have, to be exact. Trinity also entered as well. Yeah, they got 2 entries because they chose to do one of the 2 advanced color changes. So far I've seen 3 people perform Pop Shove It. Nobody performed the Matrix yet. Still holding out hope, but seeing a lot of great performances. And, we will do a giveaway update next week sometime, so probably around Monday, just to kind of see where we're at. And you never know about me. I'm kind of infamous for throwing in another prize or throwing in other bits and bobs. And anyway, let's get on with the deck review. Thank you for everybody who entered. So we'll just start out with checking out the tuck box. Now, I believe, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this depiction, this artwork, I believe this is something from Leonardo da Vinci. I believe it's painted on the, what do you call that? The ceiling of like the Sistine Chapel. I could be wrong. There's a lot going on in this picture. Sorry, I got kind of dazed there looking at it. A lot going on. So, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind when looking at this is just divine. I mean, wow, this is breathtaking. This deck is what dreams are made of. And, wow, just saying that, I triggered myself unto happiness. Madison, as we all know, he knows what he's doing with cards, and he spares no expense. So, I would say minimal design, but I wouldn't call this minimal. Now, we're used to the minimalist approach by Madison as far as his decks in the past, even up to, the recent, really. And so this is quite, another direction. And I think it was a bold move. Some may say dangerous, and maybe that's true too. But whatever you want to say about it, I think it came out looking really good. And this is just a tuck box, by the way. So, yeah. Anyway, on the bottom, you'll see a little bit of ad copy. It says Chateau Madison Advocates by Daniel Madison, including artwork from Daniel Snyder. And then, of course, it has its the website, madison.cards. So, breaking these open, the back of the tuck is the back of the card. There is no seal, and I'm such a fan of that. People who choose not to put that sticker, that seal there. It just saves time, and it just looks nice. The cards themselves, yeah, they look like this. I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, great ribbon spread. I mean, just that design really does something for spreads. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. I mean, you're catching a small glimpse of it, but I mean, in person, I mean, it's just beautiful. So, beautiful. Of course, you have Charlie just there. The Advocate logo. With this deck, you will receive I believe 3 ad cards, yeah. So you'll get a duplicate Queen of Spades. Of course, you see some things going on the court right there, used for reveals. You'll get a double backer, and I believe this is the Strangers edition. So he printed a couple decks with the Chateau theme. The Strangers is the second edition in that line. There's also the Private Reserve as well. I'm pretty sure this is the Strangers. So, and you'll also get a duplicate 9 of Clubs. As far as the faces go, I believe this is where Snyder comes in. You're going to see some familiar faces as far as what we see in the Advocate line. Just going to kind of give you a brief glimpse at it. And we all know that if Daniel Snyder has anything to do with courts, with the faces of cards, you know it's going to be pristine, crisp. Wow, it's just really, really cool. So, just kind of give you, I know I'm just kind of running through these really super fast. The Spectacled Jack, Brother Paul. Yeah, I'm just running through these kind of quick, because I want to get down to the fill and the handling of the cards. So your Ace of Spades. We'll have Charlie just there, the Advocate logo. Inside you'll see the Chateau theme. And right there, these Violent Delights. I'm not sure why this line. I'm sure Madison has some reasoning behind it. Of course he does. But beautiful Ace of Spades. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. So, how do the cards handle? I could tell you that I now know other cards that are comparable to the Advocate line, and that is the thin stock from Hansen Chin, or the Taiwan printers. Now, the Taiwan printer is this isn't, Taiwan print. I'm just, if there were cards to compare it to, it would be those cards. However, the Taiwan printer, they are known for just having decks that are really stiff, rigid. In recent times, they've really come a long way, trying things with different stocks. And yeah, this is what I would compare that to, is maybe one of the Taiwan printers, thinner, more flexible stock, because these cards, they come out of the box, they feel like they're broken in. I know that's a weird thing to say, that is very odd to say, but they really do. I mean, they're super flexible. I mean, they're already broken in. There's not a lot of, handling you need to do with them. I mean, they're ready to go. I mean, as a magician, you should be prepared anyway, no matter the status of the deck. But wow, Madison has went all out. This is a deep air cushion finish, by the way. Long-lasting, flexible, if they're snappy. I have some pink Advocates I got a long time ago, and I've just ran them into the ground. And they still, to this, I had them out the other day, and I mean, obviously there's some wear on them, but they've held up over time, and I'm kind of known to be a little hard on cards, so I can attest to the durability and the longevity of this cardstock. So, I mean, my final thoughts, simply put, it's a home run, right? Nearly everything Madison does is a home run, and wow, I like this idea of venturing out from the minimalist approach and going with something more bold and just lively. I don't know if that's a good way of saying it, but just, more vibrant, and I don't know, they seem like they're full of life. You know, it feels good. These are good cards to handle, great cards to perform with. You know, I could see these being in my everyday carry. I literally just got these today, so I haven't had a chance to actually spend time with these. I hope to do that some tonight and over the next course of a few days, just to really get a feel for these cards. But my friends, there you have it. Those are the brand new the Chateau Madison Advocates by Daniel Madison. Thanks for stopping by.